Learn tournament poker for free at the world's largest poker site, pokerstars.net.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, home of the PokerStars.net big game. Well, Phil Hellmuth loves to talk about his 11 World Series of Poker bracelets, but remember the Andre Agassi commercial where image is everything? Well, that's Phil's mantra, too.
Yo, I'm Phil Hellmuth Jr., 11-time world champion of poker, the Poker Brat. I never thought my image would last this long. I think the public thinks I'm this jerk. Thought people would figure out Phil's a good guy, and he's just the Poker Brat. But they haven't figured it out yet. I take it personally, or I should just realize, look, I've accomplished like everything in this game, but I don't. I get upset. I'm like, I have to prove to these people I can play, and what I decided to do on my own was to, get rid of the Poker Brat image. I worked with a mindset coach, Sam Chauhan, and it's helped me. I always felt like when I went off and I'd start getting all emotional that it hurt me. When you're emotional, you're a little bit disconnected from logic and reasons. What he was about was making sure that there's zero self-destruction in my life and that I'm accessing all my powers and I'm as positive as I can possibly be. Keeping it in control has been, better for me. I think in 2010, I've become a lot gentler. This year, I've rarely lost it. But it could happen where I lose it here. I'm Phil Hellmuth. I'm reformed at the tables, but I'm still a badass.
Believe it or not, Chris, Phil is actually one of my favorite players. He plays with a lot of heart, and I appreciate that. But if this new life coach somehow puts an end to the blow-ups, I'm going to replace him with Tony G.
He'll have Phil breathing through his eyelids. The loose cannon straddling.
You see that? That's our man right here. He's starting to straddles. That's what I'm talking about.
If you two guys straddle, I straddle.
I'm straddling. Tony's straddling.
Tony's going to straddle if I straddle. I know that. We're just trying to get the vote of Doyle. That's all we need. We know that Phil's never going to straddle.
I kind of feel like I'm running low. I'm going to be doing an add-on, if no one objects.
No, of course.
I don't object.
Add on for as much as you like. Up to 500,000.
Action folds around to Doyle Brunson. Suited connectors raises to 2,800.
Doyle all of a sudden coming to life, maybe trying to get a little hot streak going.
Phil Laak folds. Haven't heard much from Tony G so far.
I call.
Makes the call.
Tony G's had good luck with that hand in this game. On Monday night, he flopped trip jacks and raked in almost 200,000.
Ace-9 offsuit for the newly reformed Phil Hellmuth.
Phil thinking about making a move here.
I raised the pot.
12,600.
A raise to 12,600. The loose cannon.
6, right?
Ooh, pair of cowboys.
If there's ever a time to re-raise, this is it.
12-6.
Yep.
Call.
But just a call.
We have some cannon action over here.
Ernest just called 12,000 cold. Should be sending smoke signals into the sky.
Wow, started something.
He may be trying to set a trap by just calling, but by not re-raising, Ernest giving Doyle and Tony both better odds to call behind him.
Well, you can see Doyle's stack, just 50 grand right now.
He's looking at 20% of his stack to call.
Well, no, Tony's going to call it, so I might as well, too.
Yeah. I love these big pots.
It's a very loose call from Doyle.
Tony calls.
Wow, what a sick hand this is. Wow. 4 ways.
I'm not going anyway next pot, so it's like a free roll for me.
It's the danger of smooth calling with kings. Ernest has let 3 other players into this pot.
The flop 9-10-9 trip 9s for Hellmuth.
Phil has flopped the Hellmuth out of it. Our loose cannon Ernest is in big trouble if he can't get away from this, and honestly, Chris, I don't see how he'll be able to.
Tony G is checked on over to Phil Hellmuth.
That flop looks like you, doesn't it?
No, Phil, I look like me.
Ernest very confident.
17,000.
Phil bets 17,000.
If you look like me, why you bet so much?
Ernest is actually asking the right question, but isn't looking for an answer.
Wow.
All he can see are those 2 kings.
$36,000. I love you, Ernest.
I try to gamble. I just can't.
Doyle folds.
I was gonna race. I'm so sick.
Tony G's out.
Wow. This is almost certainly disaster for our loose cannon.
200,000.
What are you going to do if I move in? You going to call?
Phil, of course I have no choice but to, my brother.
You got aces or kings or something, or what?
Man, if I had aces or kings, man, I'd be the man right now, wouldn't I?
This is why this show's so fun.
You're the best.
Boy, oh boy, I don't think I have a choice here. This is so sick. All right, I guess I'm all in.
I call. Kings.
I got 3 9s.
You gotta be kidding me. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah,
what were you slow rolling him for?
Here, man.
Maybe at 10 full. I mean, he was so happy.
That was so unreal.
That was torture.
I didn't mean to slow roll. Hold on. How many times do you want to deal it?
Oh, hey, thanks for asking me.
3 times?
Yeah, that's, huh?
3 times?
Yeah, run it 3.
3 times.
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, that'll
You
work.
might win one of those 3.
Gee whiz, man.
Wow, and you straddled and everything. That was perfect.
You made it so much before the flop with ace-9.
Our loose cannon has 1 foot out the door.
Yep.
You want to deal it 4 times?
When you asked him, you're going to call if I go all in, and he said yes, what percentage of you didn't believe that he was given the straight dope there with that little bit left? Wasn't it like a
little bit left? He had
99%?
That was like the worst slow. That's one of the worst slow rolls I've seen in forever.
No, that's not.
When you know he's going to call because he says it.
You know,
and
Phil Laak, why don't you just stay out of it? Why don't you stay out of it?
Because I'm right here, I
because
felt bad.
you've been so far out of line to me, and every time we've played, and I'm just sick of it. So why don't you just mind your business?
12,600.
But he's right. It was a pretty sick slow roll.
I'm sorry, because I haven't done anything like that in my whole life.
Were you folding? I can't get away from this. The whole speech. The guy's already in.
He's already got 80% of
Doyle
it.
decide.
Doyle, you're the.
He had 50,000 more. Did he have 50,000 more? You want to? I'll bet he had at least 40,000
He
more.
put in
You want to bet?
36,000.
I'll bet he had 40 more before you count and look.
74, 74,
What's the difference?
300.
How can you ever have that beat?
You want to deal it 4 times or what?
4 times?
Yeah, it gives you a better chance to
Hey,
win.
damn sure do. Cool. Run them out, baby.
All right, 4 times.
4 times, need 2 kings. Wow, that's about
Or
a
you need
50,
spade,
50.
spade, queen, jack.
Hey, run a jack.
Spade,
Hey, run
yeah.
a runner.
So we'll see the turn and river 4 times with each pot worth a shade under 50 grand. Run number 1, a jack of hearts.
Queen. Yeah, queen, king.
King.
The river, an ace of diamonds. Round 1 goes to Hellmuth.
Phil Hellmuth is filled up and made a full house. He's locked up at least 25% of this pot.
Run 2, the turn, a king.
There we go. Full house. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Get me down.
If you're in it twice, you
Get
got
me
your money back.
down. Oh, damn, I said 4 times, though. Damn, didn't I? Holy snap. I got to stand back up now. I thought it was only twice. Come on.
The river's a 3.
15% dog. Ernest has won the second pot.
So that's cool. I'm feeling good right now. Well,
You're still alive. You're still alive.
that's what I'm saying.
Our loose cannon will stick around. Round 3, a 7 of spades.
Everybody's rooting for a spade.
He can now hit a king or a spade to win this run.
Get me down.
The river, it is a spade.
God damn.
Spade, up 2-1.
Hey.
That's the loose cannon. He's up 2-1.
Why did you go for 4 times? You went for.
Hey, man, I was thinking of more house, man. What you talking about?
Oh, this is like slow roll. One more time. One more time. Put a king ball out there.
Ernest Wiggins has now won half the pot.
This is the thing right here. This is it right here, man. This is like big action right here.
Helmut loves you.
Yeah, I really like it.
Come on, one more. King, king. One more king.
The final run.
Ernest's odds continue to get worse and worse, but Phil looks sick anyway.